welcome back again to the Everything Dentistry YouTube channel. Today we are bringing you a chemistry question from the DAT, and we're going to go over it. One of the things that I cannot stress enough for taking the DAT, and one of the keys to getting a high score, is to understand that within the DAT there exists types of problems. And the sooner you realize that, the better, because your studying will shift from just thinking about, do I have the knowledge to solve this question, or hey, I've seen this type of question before and I know how to solve it. And that distinction will help you be able to solve these questions a lot faster, knowing that there are different types of questions. So this type of question that we're going to be going over today comes from the American Dental Association Free Practice DAT. And this type of question, I would call it a stoichiometric question. So we're going to be using stoichiometry to determine the correct answer. So we have a 49-gram sample of sulfuric acid, and we have to determine which answer is correct here. So one of the first things that we should do is determine how many moles we have of this substance out of this 49-gram sample. So I'm going to try to write with my mouse here as best as I can. So we know that we have 49 grams of sulfuric acid, right? And I always like to use the parentheses, just like so. Okay, so and it's given to us in the problem that there's 98 grams per mole. So we have 98 grams per mole. Okay, and we can punch this right into our calculator, or if you're a math whiz, you know that it's 0.5, half a mole. So we have 0.5 moles of sulfuric acid. So now, knowing this, we can go through and eliminate each answer until we can confirm the right one. So knowing that we have 0.5 moles, I'm going to start a new line here, 0.5 moles. Okay. So let's investigate. So in 0.5 moles in our 49-gram sample, we have a ratio of 1 mole of sulfur atoms. Okay. So we can use this 1-to-1 ratio. In 1 mole of sulfuric acid, we have 1 mole of sulfur atoms. So obviously we can see that in a 49-gram sample, we'd have 0.5 moles of sulfur atoms. So we know that we can eliminate option A. So A is no longer. So let's back up now. Let me get my eraser. And we'll do this again. So now, in 0.5 moles of the sample, we have 16 grams of oxygen. So this one's a little bit different. We can see in 1 mole, we can use this same ratio. In 1 mole, we have 4 moles of oxygen, correct? And then we know that in 1 mole of oxygen, we have 16 grams. So to determine that, we'd have 16 times 4 is 64, times a half is 32 grams of oxygen. That is false. That is incorrect. So we can eliminate 16 grams of oxygen from our answers. Okay, so we're making progress. Now let's look at this. 2 grams of hydrogen in this. So again, we're just going to run through this stoichiometric ratio. So let's go on to the next one here. In 1 mole of sulfuric acid, we have 2 moles of hydrogen, right? And in 1 mole of hydrogen, we know we have 1 gram. So 2 times a half is 1 gram of hydrogen. That is false. So we can eliminate answer C. Let's go back and erase this. Okay, so we have 2 more left. So we're bound to hit the correct answer very soon. So now that we have a half mole of sulfuric acid, and we have 2 moles or as we can see here, we have 4 moles of oxygen. So in 1 mole of sulfuric acid, we have 4 moles of oxygen. And so we're not going to grams, so we can just stop right there and do our calculation. So half of 4 is 2. So we know that in half a mole of sulfuric acid, we have 2 moles of oxygen atoms. And there it is. D is your correct answer. So when we're looking at a stoichiometric problem like this, first thing always is to determine the moles. Make sure you do that. Most of the time, they'll probably give you grams. If they give you moles, great. But half this problem is determining how many moles of sulfuric acid is in this 49 gram sample. So knowing these types of questions will help you recognize this type of question, and automatically you should know that you need to go right into stoichiometric ratios. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will leave my email in the description. So please feel free to email me with any questions you have, any questions that you want me to go over on a video, and I will be sure to help answer as many questions as I can. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.